Yo, Jeffrey, yo, Third Eye, how are you guys doing? Yeah, I don't have any commands, but I'm using the QKC VK4s at the moment. I also have the Teen Hi-Fi T2s here somewhere. Yeah, you can never be too good at work, for sure. What do you think of the Fnatic Bolt? I don't have it yet, so hard to say much. I think I need to switch streaming resolution. Just a sec, let's see. Yeah, I need to reset the stream, so just like a few seconds.
I'm blowing a pack of that OG. Don't be acting like you know me. And if you did, that's the old me.
Alright, another try.
That's obese. Only talking money if it's increased. She give me brain, girl, no teeth. I touch down, bust down. She busted open for a
Yo, Rodok, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
Trying to build it up, trying to count it up, hill figures. Don't be chilling with no little niggas. And if I do, I be real with them. Chase a dream, that's a meal ticket. ISO gang, yeah, they still with us. I put it in motion, they got me steady. Thoughts on my mind, it's weighing heavy. Watch how I shine, tell them I'm ready. I'm hitting my stride, let's get to the fetty. I was just sitting back watching them fold. Racks on me now, yeah, it's looking slow. I hold it down and I got my own. Keeping it grown, we back to the bone. Yeah, flying flashy, ayy, ayy. We too fancy, ayy, ayy. Can't walk past me, ayy, ayy. Right up your alley, wait. I gotta play it safe. Watch me isolate, watch me isolate, ayy. Watch me isolate. Clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost the stepping. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping. Put on for the whole city. Yeah, I got them rocking with me. I bet on me and my team. ISO is what I'm rapping.
Let's see if it works now. Yo, Sarox, how are you doing, dude? Yo, Tide, how are you doing, dude? Let's see if I can make the game work. Last times I've tried to stream CS, I've had some issues. Let's see how it works now. About to go to sauna. Nice. Just got X-Lite skates on my G703 and feels really nice. So just trying it. Yeah, I've tried glass skates, but I'm actually trying now as well. So I got the super glides on my super light. Order BDL correct, so what do you think about it? I don't really like it too much. Feels a little bit cheap for me. Glass gates are just too fast and uncontrollable for me. Yeah, I kind of feel the same, so I don't really like see the point. So if I want an experience that's something like glass feed wide, I would just go with a fast pad. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you absolutely want to use a cloth pad, like a specific cloth pad, and you want it to be fast, you install glass feed. Pull your head, please. Well, wait, you. No face. Let's see. Okay, now face is visible. I've heard glass gates will get really muddy after a while. I suppose they should not be doing that. Mic volume a little bit too. Yeah, I'll turn down the game volume. Wait, is it actually? Yeah, should be good now. Yo, Jay Reese, thank you so much for the donation, man. Appreciate it so much. Need you on the Apex house. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? I haven't really played Apex, I don't know since when. I started playing Comp CS again, and it's way too fun. But the volume should be better now. What mouse and skates are you using now? I'm using, so I'm testing a few ones. I've got a pre-release copy that I can't mention which one. Then I've got what's it called? This Katana Super Light. Then I got the G Pro Super Light with super the glass feet, and what else? Then I have GameSense MVP here. What in-ears did you use? I use the QKC VK4s now, so I just bought like two. I have the Teen Hi-Fi T2s, super cheap, and the QKC VK4s are super cheap as well. My Blackshark V2 Pros are like breaking. I had them for a year, but I've got these weird issues where the volume is just randomly like going, sort of, the gain is like changing randomly. Super glide, yeah, exactly. Super everything. Has to be great. Do you think the LCDX is too big for a hand size? I don't think so. If you like larger mice, it won't be too large for you. But if you like only enjoy like smaller mice, maybe it will feel a little large for sure. How's that? Chi-Fi chat. You are mid. I don't know what that means, sir. I don't really care too much either. I'm the same extra hand size. Should be okay for the hand size, but yeah, it's all about like what you prefer. Like if you like smaller mice, then you most likely are just gonna like the LCDX for that hand size. Samurai house, yeah, Samurai me, yes. Think how's your high? think AA has had a bad day, so let's feel bad for him together. Maybe mother didn't give him the lunch money or something, you know. Yo, Alexi, how you doing, dude? Static friction is so low. Yeah, with glass feet, yeah, for sure. I got full super light for super light today. Yeah, Munchila, that's the exact same experience that I had when I first tried glass feet. So really hard to like click stuff on desktop and stuff. So yeah, I don't really like. I don't see the reason for that low static friction. Do you think Ergo users can get used to GPX? Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think like anybody can get used to it, as long as you just spend enough time with it. How long did you give it before it felt okay? It still doesn't feel like as good as PTFE, but I don't know. It depends on what kind of games you play and stuff like that as well. So like, if you play CS, I don't really recommend for you to use, or Valorant, I recommend you to use this glass feet. If you play like a tracking heavy game like Apex or maybe like Quake, you can enjoy them, but I don't still think that they add too much benefit, so yeah. Recommendation. Outset AX is one of the better ones. EC2 is also good. Depends on how heavy you want. Like all the Zawimais are also very good. The CA13 has had some issues, but the others should be okay. I like Skype at 3.0 with PTFE better than glass feet outright. Yeah, I enjoyed Skype at 3.0. The 2.0 at least myself. I haven't tried the 3.0 with PTFE. It still has some control. And like a tiny amount of static friction as well. Like it doesn't, it's not hard to double click stuff on desktop. So yeah, I have the same experience myself. Although I haven't tried the 3.0. I've heard it's faster, but not sure. Let's put on some music again. NPC 450 and core pads unbeatable combo. Yeah, NPC 450 is very good with almost anything, in my opinion. Thoughts on Rocket Burst Pro, just got it. Yeah, Rocket Burst Pro is really good. It's kind of like Forgotten. They didn't describe 3.0 accurately, it's a similar speed or slower. Ah, okay, okay. That's interesting. So it should be pretty good. I might actually ask for a review sample then if it's like that. It's weird what they like keep saying because they, I don't know, like their marketing is all about speed, but like the 2.0 XL that I have, it's not really that fast even. It's not like extremely fast, like much faster than anything that I've tried. Insane pad, but I had the zero initial friction at time. Yeah, I mean, once you try glass feet, you know what zero initial friction is gonna be, cold bullets. Like, it's still way less friction than on NPC 450. NPC 450 still has some initial friction, like... It was the lowest that I've ever tried, but once I tried glass feet, it's like a completely different deal. Would you explain the shape of the S2 compared to GPX? Never tried the shape and thinking of trying it out. It's like a slightly lower profile, more curved GPX-like shape. The S2, I've actually started liking the S2 once. I used it quite a bit. So I've done those pro setup thingies, and one of the best rivalers in CSGO is using the S2, so I used the S2C for a while. I'm gonna do a video about that like soon. What would you even want with zero initial friction? I mean, I guess for like small, like tracking and like micro adjustments, it's good for. So you can like do those micro adjustments really easily if you need to track somebody like in a high GTK game. But like if you want like these very small micro adjustments in CS, you usually want some static friction because like even when I click the mouse button with glass feet, it's hard to keep the mouse still. So when I'm tap firing, it's hard for me to like keep shooting the same spot with glass feet because there is zero initial friction. So that's the main issue for me in CS. It doesn't really like ruin anything for me apart from that. So those adjustments. Yo Rave, how are you doing, dude? I think tracking heavy games, it makes sense. It makes more sense, I would say, but I don't really think like it's needed in any way. So holy shit, like some of my adjustments are really. But yeah. So it can make sense. It's the one good thing about it is at least that it's a big difference. So most glass feet, most mouse feet like feel pretty much the same like aftermarket feet. But once you try like any PTFE feet compared to glass feet, it's gonna be the experience is so different. He's using the outset now. I'm not using the outset anymore. I'm using at the moment. I've been using the Starlight 12 small quite a bit for CS, and at the moment I'm testing. I've got the GameSense MVP, the Ninjutsu Katana Superlight on my desk, and then I have. At the moment I'm using like a mouse that's not released. And then I have the Grekza also on my desk, and then I have the Superlight with glass feet and the X-Lite wireless with glass feet, which I'm gonna try soon. I just need to warm up a little bit before I take the glass feet on the way. Otherwise it's gonna be like a... Oh god. Otherwise it's gonna be ugly. No, I'm not using that. I don't have that magnetic bolt yet. I was supposed to have it, but I don't know where it is, so should be coming soon. Come on, let me jump out. We're going to Sauna, good luck with your... thank you, Tyler, thank you, and enjoy your sauna as well. Do you guys think the Final Mouse will create a new shape for the Tense collab? I don't think so, Review coming for the Bolt. It should be, so whenever I have it and tested it, I will make a review for sure, yeah. I'm pretty, like, decently excited for it. Fnatic hasn't made like a single really good mouse, in my opinion. The Streak 65 is a great keyboard. The Focus 3 is a good mousepad, but it's mainly because it's so cheap. Working on glass feet on heavy mice, I have a modded 67g outset. You can try, but it doesn't really change the benefits and the downsides in my opinion. So whatever the way it is, it's gonna have the same issues in TAC FPS games. And I personally don't feel the need that I really need that like low static friction and easy like directional change for tracking. My tracking is pretty strong like naturally. Surprisingly my tracking is actually better like naturally than my like flick shots. Although I like most of my career I played like flick heavy games for sure. Is there any info? I haven't really followed the Final Mouse stuff, so I don't know at least if there is any info. Is your personal endgame shape? I really like the Ultralight 2 shape, I have to admit. So once the more I used it, the more I use it, the more I like it. So the Starlight 12 small and the Ultralight 2. But there is so much. Holy shit. There are so many downsides on the Starlight And even on the Ultralight 2 there are a few downsides, so... So it's not like those are not smart buys, I would say for sure. Holy shit. What IEMs are you using? I'm using the QKC VK4s. Some cheap IEMs. Used to work in the 1440p. Yeah, I'm rocking that cake, yeah. I've been using it for a while, and I use the 1440p resolution for CS as well. You tried the Aqua Control 2? No, I have only tried the first edition, I think. It's so hard to hit them in the head from behind. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Like, displays have been pricey for a long time now. Like, this monitor costs 800 euros in Finland. Luckily, I got it from like I got it used for much cheaper than it was originally. Do you play competitive CSGO or just DM? I just started playing like a month ago again. So before I didn't really have time, but I just decided to make less videos and start playing a little bit more for now. Because I want to get good in CS, like I want to get high rank in CS again, so I started playing. In eSport I'm pretty much already like Faceit level 10. Same level as Faceit level 10 pretty much. Not exactly, I think I'm like 1 win away or something like that. And in Faceit I'm only level 8. But I haven't played that much Faceit, so I've only played like 20 games I think, since I quit. Like 4 years ago. I've had a 4-year break from comp CS. Do pros change your mouse feed or do they use stock feed? They use stock feed. Changing stuff like mouse feed and mouse pads and stuff all the time, it doesn't really make that much difference at the end of the day. And even mouse, you should just like as long as you use like your mouse for a long period of time. You should be fine, like even if it's not the exact perfect mouse for you. I don't even think like a perfect mouse exists for me, so it's like not smart to try and find the perfect mouse for you. I switched to Vibrate again, I am 58 from Ultralight 2, because Ultralight 2 left looked tired for a second time. Oh, okay. Can't you just switch the switch? Change the switch. The Air 58 is way too large for me, personally. The Vibrate K doesn't even feel that good, but... Of course it's the fastest mouse available. Okay, I think it's time to try the glass feet soon. There can't be anything perfect when no one is perfect. Yeah, kinda true. I mean, yeah, there are just so many like different shapes. It's kind of weird that like people do not believe that they can adapt to a new shape. Like humans are so great at adapting to new things and environments and stuff. So how would you not be able to adapt to a new mouse in like a month or so? I mean, I've used something like 200 something mice, I think. And the mice that I can't like perform with at all, I can count them with like maybe like 2 hands, I guess. So it's not going to be many mice that I absolutely can't aim with at all. some mice I do get like wrist pains with, so of course I can aim with them, but I do get wrist pains, so I can't use them. As long as I use something for a long period of time, it's gonna be okay. With most mice. They're gonna send me the bolt, but I don't have it yet. It should be on the way though. Can I know what he's... I'm using Nero, I'm still using... Now, at the moment I'm using the Starlight 12 small, but I'm just... I'm warming up a little bit. So I have here like a pre-release sample that I can't talk about. Which I did use a few minutes ago. And then I have these glass feed super lights. It's glass feed super light that I need to start using soon. When I'm warmed up. I think I'm gonna just start using it now actually. Whatever, doesn't matter if I'm not warmed up. So yeah, now I'm gonna try the super light with super glides. So let's see what I think of these. I like quickly tested how these feel, and with the LGG Venus there is more. I feel that there is some more control actually. So there is more static friction than with some other pads that I tried. Doesn't feel that bad. Personally like the G Pro, it just feels so good and smooth. Switch back to regular BD. It was a great experience on the side with GSR. Yeah, I think if you like enjoy slower pads, you're not gonna like glass feet on them. Holy shit, that was hard. But I think like this pad, like the LGG Venus, feels surprisingly good. There is still like pretty much no static friction, but... So everything, micro-adjusting and stuff feels super weird because the mouse just moves so easily. How's your day? My day is going fine, thank you. Thank you, Tom. How about you? What mouse are you gonna use with glass feeds? So I'm getting the Lethal Gaming Gear glass feed at some point. And I'm gonna test Vaxi and Zowie mice with them. And then now I got only this super light that I'm testing with the super glides. Oh shit. I played with my food there. I mean, high-end is a fast pad, but it's like a different kind of like once you try a fast pad that's smooth, smoother like the MPC 450, like pad like high-end will not feel that fast because you have that consistent feedback from the roughness of the surface. So yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, but it is still fast for sure. Like if you try like if you use Zowie GSR and switch to a high-end, you know what I mean, like it feels much faster than any control pad. Don't you play 4 to 3? I did use the stretch rest at some point, but it just doesn't give any advantage to me in my opinion, so... Or actually, I mean, it does in the sense that it's easier for me to see enemies at some, like some places, so... But I'm kinda still just getting used to CS again, and just playing, and let's see what resolution I'm gonna use. But I will keep using I've used the, let me show you. So this one, so the 1440p stretch res. Let's see how it looks on the stream. Would you recommend glass feed for low sense? I don't think sense matters that much, like whatever sense you use, it's gonna be okay, but it's mostly like what kind of pad you want to use. Holy shit. What kind of pad you want to use? Do you want control or speed? Holy shit. The stretch rest feels so weird when you switch. Yo, for real, how you doing, dude? Holy shit. Let's go back to... Let's go back to standard one, this feels weird. Thoughts on extra 5 mice. So I do like the... What? I do like the M4 wireless, the M42. They are good. But yeah, let's wait for the M42 wireless and see how it is. I'm quite interested to try. It was one of my favorite mice for sure. The M42 that is. And there is pretty much no reason that, I mean it will be, the M42 wireless will be one of my favorites. It's also one of the mice that I aim at like very well with, so... Like there are... With most mice I don't really see the difference. Like if I go to a game of CS, a competitive game of CS, there are like, I think like 15 mice at least that I don't really see a massive difference in game, like aim. Because like when you play a competitive match, like aim doesn't really clutch you that many kills, and the improvement you get in aim is so small that you don't really like even get any more kills. But when I play like aim trainers and when I play like deathmatch, I can feel that my first shot accuracy is a little bit better with some mice than with others, and with some mice I'm a little bit more consistent, but it just doesn't show like in a match, because you don't really have to aim all the time in a real match, and there's like a, what's it called, like breaks, you know, sort of, so you're just holding a corner, or you're buying stuff, or you're throwing nades or something. I used to play Stretch for like years, now it feels scary. Yeah. I mean, one positive thing is that I can see like enemy models better with it, like in some cases. But most of the time it's just, there is no reason for me to go stretched. Because in CS you really do not have that much of a visibility issue, in my opinion. Is the volume still too loud in game? Love the Rival 600, don't want to try animals. Have any suggestions? Is Rival 600, is it the ergonomic one? I don't remember which one it is. But maybe you should like start with something like maybe like XM1. It also depends on what's your grip style and stuff, but like good options for almost anybody, like if you're flexible with your grip, XM1, the Logitech G Pro X Super Light. Those are like really easy suggestions. Holy shit, like these small precise adjustments are really hard to make with these glass feet, because I feel that I don't feel where I don't feel like when I'm moving the mouse. It's just too smooth. There is no feedback whatsoever. Just get GPX, bro. Yeah, GPX is very good. Holy shit. Structure makes it way easier. I don't really think so. So yeah, the enemy models are larger, but it just, you know, it just makes you feel that it's easier to aim, in my opinion, more than it is. It's easier to see the enemies, but not much easier to aim, in my opinion. Where the fuck did I get shot from? How many copies did you get in GPX? I didn't buy a single one, although I did think that maybe I should get one. Are those already sold out in Max Gaming? Yo Willa, how are you doing, dude? Holy shit. What the fuck? Both of those guys were shooting at me. Enemies just pop out too fast. Yeah, enemies kind of do move faster because they are stretched like that, so... Or they feel like they move faster. I don't know, it's like pretty much like 1-to-1 for me. It didn't really change my performance whatsoever. I used a stretch rest for 2 weeks or something, and then I went back. One thing that I found irritating was the AWP with the stretch rest was irritating for some reason. What mode are you using now in live? So I'm testing the super light with glass feed now. G Pro X Super Light and the Super Glide feed. Mac Gaming has one. Holy shit, should I buy one? Yeah, actually I did check, but those are... It's 170 euros, isn't it? Super expensive. Have you heard of the Ninjutsu Super Light? Yeah, I have one here. I'm gonna test that one and play a little bit with that one and the GameSense MVP soon as well. Let me out of the window, please. I want to try to pull the gates in the games and stuff. You're gonna lose like most of the static friction that it has, so if you enjoy that, then you might like them, yeah. XM1R best mouse. I don't really like it that much, but yeah, it's a great mouse for sure. Holy fuck. Let's try the katana now. G Pro not stable for me in CSGO, feels too big for me. Ah, okay, okay. I don't have such issues with it. You possibly haven't used it long enough or haven't gotten used to it. That's also like possible. Oh, what? What's your main now? I don't really have a main. I just have to switch mice so often for reviews and such, so... I keep using different ones all the time. But I've been using the Starlight 12 Small quite a lot. Holy shit, it's hard to adjust this. The Katana Superlight feels quite massive. Hard to do some micro adjustments. I'm using the Asus XG20... What the fuck, there were two people there. Asus XG27 AQM. 1440p, 270Hz. Yo, Paul, how are you doing, dude? What have you done to me? I never dreamed of watching your stream. That's bad. I need to stop doing that so you don't get any bad ideas. What do you think about the Rocketcon Pro Air Forgot CSGO? I have a review about it. I don't really remember what it's been so long. You should check the video, but I do like it. I think I did like it. Do you play Faceit? Yeah, I play Faceit and eSportal, which is like Faceit for Scandinavia. So in eSportal I'm Faceit level 10 basically, and in Faceit I haven't played that much Faceit, only like 20 games after my break. And in Faceit I'm now level 8, I think, yeah. It shouldn't take me too long to get Faceit level 10, to be fair. Did you change the in-ears? Yeah, my Razer Blackshark V2 Pros are like broken in some way, so the gain is just changing like dynamically for no reason when I don't change any settings. And like the left and the right ear cups like or the drivers, they make different volume sound. I don't know. There is something wrong with I've dropped them like many times, so I possibly did destroy them. Did you try the Starlight 12 with... no, I didn't. I'm not... Like, it doesn't make sense for me to use that mouse with glass feet. So, it's not... Like, the ones that I want to try is the GPX because it's a little bit larger. And, like, I can have a little bit more control with it than the small Starlight, for example. And, then also the Vaxi and Zowie mice because of the same reason, so I have a little bit more control with them because of the shapes. With the Starlight, I want some like additional control from the feet and the mousepad, or feet or the mousepad, let's say that. Which mousepad did you find yourself being consistent with in real matches? So I basically just when I use the iTaktech, I'm really consistent, and I didn't really even have to like get used to anything. So from the get-go, I played well with the iTaktech. The shape is comfortable, so I don't really need to think about how to hold the mouse in my hand. I can focus on predicting where the enemies are coming from, what they are doing, reading them, you know, stuff like that. But once I use the Starlight 12 enough, the small one, now I really like this one, so I'm playing very well with it, but I'm not aiming that well with it for now, so I'm missing some easy shots. I'm making some insane shots, but I'm also missing some easy shots. That wasn't with the Starlight 12 though. And I've been using the Lethal Gaming Gear Venus the most for CS. Do you think X-Prime 42 is good for CS? Yeah, I do think it's very good for CS and TAC FPS. You should watch my review about it if you want some more info. Did you get the bolt yet? No, I don't have it yet. I just bought Katana Superlight. It feels amazing. It feels better than the previous, like the wired katana. Like this has a decent coating now, and it has much better wireless implementation and click implementation. Basically, they improved it a lot, so I'm happy to see that Ninjutsu is listening, because it seems like I was the only reviewer that was whining about the katana. Everybody else loved it, but the fact was that the click latency was horrible. The katana still has this weird, I don't know how well you can see it on stream, but there is this edge. Here is the bottom part of the shell, and here is like this edge that sort of is connecting the side and the bottom. So this is just sharp edge. So there is like no reason for it to be sharp. Like there is some other mouse. Well, for example, here is the X-Lite wireless. So it's like super rounded. You can't basically even feel this edge here. But with the katana, this edge, you can definitely feel it. So things like these, you know, small things that they just make the mouse feel a little bit cheap, or a little bit like unfinished, let's say. That's the proper word. But then again, you can like grip the mouse in a way that you don't really touch these edges. So the good thing about this shape is that, let me put it full screen so you can see it better. So yeah, the good thing about this shape is that you don't really need to have your fingers like in this edge. So some people like me, I hold it like this, that my pinky is basically touching it all the time. But I could also grip it in a way that my fingers are a little bit more towards the top side, so it's not touching the edge. And same for my thumb, so I can have it like here on the low end, and I can have it on the top side, so it doesn't really touch the edge. It's just a matter of like how you want to grip the mouse. For me, like optimally, I would grip it in a way that my fingers do touch the edge, but it's a little bit uncomfortable. So you're trying to decide Vaxi MP01S or the M42. Those are really good options, both ones, to be honest, so... Like... I would get the MP01... Oh, holy shit. I would get the NP01S myself, maybe. So the Waxi has better quality and the mice feel super premium. The coatings are really good. Unless you want to wait for the wireless M42. Then I might be getting that instead. Holy shit. I guess that's why it's called katana. Yeah. Needs to be sharp. But yeah, I think that's a design flaw, and it's a weird one because like the Origin 1X was quite finalized. It felt more finalized in terms of like shape. What pad are you using with the Superlight? So the Katana Superlight. I'm just using the Lethal Gaming Gear Venus with everything now at the moment. As I'm getting used to like competitive CS again, I don't want to switch everything often, so I'm just switching mice for reviews and stuff when I absolutely have to. Waxi pads feel quite nice with the Superlight. Yeah, Waxi pads feel. You mean G-Pro X Superlight or the Katana Superlight? I'm using the Katana Superlight right now. That's really irritating, by the way, how they named the mouse. And it has these Superlight vibes. So the scroll wheel is just like the Superlight. And the coding even feels somewhat like the Superlight coding, so... But I mean, why not? I think the Katana looks really nice. So the design is pretty nice, so it's simplistic but still looks quite cool. Venus, why not the Saturn? I like the Venus a lot. So it's a little bit rough, but it still has a lot of control. It's a little bit faster than the Saturn, but doesn't lack any control in my opinion. It's possibly one of my #1 mousepad at the moment. The G-Pro Superlight. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I like the Waxi PA with the Superlight as well. Funny enough, my Monday's video is gonna be Superlight and the PA are gonna play a part in that. What the fuck, where is it? Yeah, it's pretty irritating that they named the Katana Superlight as well. I 3D printed NP01 and then that's a satisfying shape. Yeah, the Waxi shapes are like they are well designed and finalized, so they are good if you like the size and the kind of curvature. They are really nice. There are not that many downsides of the Waxi mice altogether. Which mousepad does the Venus compare most in your opinion? It doesn't really compare that well to any mousepad, so it's much slower than the Otsu, Hayate Otsu. And then again, it's not as rough as the high-end, so it's been compared to the Otsu. But yeah, I wouldn't really say it's like a good comparison. It's not unique, but it's like slower than most other options. Imagine like a artisan high-end that's a little bit slower and less rough. I need to buy a new mouse. My G203 live scroll should finish. Okay, then I maybe suggest you get the NP01S and get used to it. It's gonna feel a little bit weird for you to start with for sure if you come from G203, but just use enough time and it should be fine. It's not that fast, so I don't know, it's quite a bit slower than the high-end, I would say. I wouldn't call it fast myself. What? How's B-hopping with the new Zowie 24-step scroll wheel as compared to the I never had any issues with neither of those scroll wheels, to be honest, so... not the new one and the old one. I prefer the new scroll wheel though. For pretty much everything, not just b-hopping games. What is this guy? He's just jumping around. Where did you get your LCG Mousepads? They sent me for review, so I didn't buy these myself. They are not available in Europe, yeah. So Max Gaming maybe will stock them at some point. Let's see. If you had to pick between the XM1R and the GPX, if you had 18 times 10 cm hands, I would pick the GPX almost. Like, yeah, 100% I would pick the GPX. The only situation I would go for the XM1 is if you want to save some money, and if you are gonna give it enough time. I think it's easier for... It's hard. It's easier for you to get used to the GPX than the XM1R, most likely. Paracord the NP01 has totally different mouse. Yeah, some people hate the cables. I don't really care about the cable that much, so I can just use it fine stock. I think like if you have a bungee, and you should be able to set the cable up so that it doesn't really feel that bad, and if it like somehow ruins your complete experience, I think it's mostly a mental thing rather than like a real issue. What about a couple of decades you would you be able to return to the country? How's your thoughts on the SteelSeries mousepads? I haven't tried any SteelSeries mousepad in such a long time, so they are not the greatest for sure. But yeah, I haven't tried the QCK or anything in a long time. Have you experienced any slowdowns with the Pulsar glass feet? I've only used... These are my first glass feet that I've used, and I've just started using them, so no, not now. Have you tried the Fnatic Bolt? No, I haven't. I'm now using the Ninjutsu Katana Super. Do you prefer the GPX shape over the Ultra shape nowadays? Not really. I like them both. I wouldn't really say that I prefer either one. Yo, guys, so how you doing, dude? XM1 Wall is coming up soon. You're gonna try it for sure. Yeah, I'm super interested in trying it. I need to use the XM1 shape a little bit more. What? Oh, I did kill him. Just didn't hear the headshot sound. Bruno, are you Portuguese? If you're Portuguese, the Vaxi NP01S should be like fairly easily available for you. I know their European office is in Portugal. But yeah, as Ahmad said, it's the you should definitely decide yourself. Are you playing on? I'm playing on the Swedish CS deathmatch servers. Are you enjoying the glass mouse feed? Not as much as PTFE, but they are not horrible on the GPX and the Lethal Gaming reviews. Thoughts on the extend control? I think it's expensive piece of cloth. I talked to some CS and Valorant pros, and like some were mentioning to me that they don't like the Artisan Zero, that it's too fast, and yeah, these guys are making a lot of money playing games, so yeah, they mentioned that the Zero is too fast and they don't like it, so they want something similar but more control. So the easiest mousepad to say or give in that case is like the extend control. But even those CSGO and Valorant pros mentioned that yeah, $100 it's way too expensive. So it is like, it does say something. People that play professionally and get money by playing, you know, what the fuck? They are not willing to use $100 for a mousepad, so I think that's like it's the nail in the coffin for me. The difference is only in 42. I just need to go to the shop back to it. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a good plan. But give the M42 like enough time. Like, I think that if you won't like the M42, there is I think there is quite a massive chance that you won't like the NP01S, because you just will not be. You are not ready to like use enough time to get used to the mouse. Strider or NPC? I haven't tried the Strider, so NPC. And I doubt it's gonna be as good as the NPCs. But of course I may be wrong. I've recently received the High also Exoft, and it's such a great pad. I'm not a massive fan of the High also Exoft. I think the high end is much better than the also. Still using GSR, muddy goodness. Yeah, it's a muddy one. Ah, yeah, actually that reminds me, I need to try the Jupiter on Lethal Gaming here in CS again, like actually from CS. The Katana is super light, is feeling surprisingly good, to be fair. What? Sometimes the deathmatch servers and AK are just weird. What the fuck? What is the slowest pad that you'd actually recommend? I think like the Lethal Gaming Jupiter is the slowest pad that I would, or the GPT one. They are both like super slow, and I can still recommend them. Yo, Soxy, how are you doing, dude? CSGO stream, let's go. What do you feel you ain't better? I wouldn't really say that. It's the first day I'm using it, so I always use like products for a long period of time before I like give any like real opinions. Like there are plenty of mice that I've used only like 2 hours and I perform very well with them, and then after a week it starts to like go worse. Because there is this thing that when you try something new you get like some impulses going into your brain and you get more motivation and you're more excited and your like concentration is better, so that can make you itself play better. What is your main mouse? I don't really have one, sadly. Just too many ones to have I tried out. Or I wouldn't even say sadly, it's just, yeah. Most transparent mousepad better because you never shield. Oh yeah, thank you, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the, like the... I think it's important, so yeah. I think it's important to understand like the details that sometimes, you know, that you almost, not even sometimes, you need to use like products for long periods of times, and that there are like many variables. Holy fucking shit, that was weird. Like there are many variables to it when you like try new products. Like there are mental aspects, there are physical aspects. Like if you try only product for 2 days, let's say that you have had issues sleeping on those 2 days, and it's a completely new shape. Maybe you had a rough 2 days of work, then of course you're not gonna play as well on those 2 days as on your normal like condition you would. And yeah, I don't really like I don't really like try and like make it seem like the main point that I always want to make is that gear doesn't, at the end of the day, like gear doesn't matter that much. But of course, if you want to test out products, it's completely fine, but you should like, you should understand that at the end of the day, like a mouse won't make you like play better than the next mouse, you know. But at the same time, I think it's completely fine to try out different products. For shits and giggles. Holy shit. Does desk height matter? For me it does, so I want to sit like ergonomically and in a comfortable position, so for me it matters quite a lot. So I have this adjustable desk myself. Are you planning on streaming a Facebook match? I can't really, like, the issue with playing like competitive anything, like I tried Apex at some point, I've tried Warzone solos and stuff. I just can't really chat when I do that, so it's not really that enjoyable for me. So I just rather play, like face it with my body than communicate fully, and yeah. Because I think the main takeaway on my streams is not the gaming, it's the, like the, I can answer your questions and stuff like much more efficiently than I can on YouTube comments or something. Holy shit. It's just the gear makes us happy and feel more confident. Yeah. And that, but that's also that when you like when you use like a product for like a long period of time, it will make you feel more confident than you do with like a product that you've used for 1 day or 2 days. I myself like, so I like to do so inconsistent with the katana, super light. But I like to change my grip according to like some situations sometimes, so, and I can't really do that when the mouse is new. I need to know it like fully when I change my grip, so I know exactly how to change it and what to do when I change back to the other, like, it's mostly not really grip style, just finger positioning is the thing that I change. So it's always claw, but sometimes I hold my fingers like more relaxed towards the like the front, and sometimes like more towards the back. Oh, my camera is overheating. Let's see if I can fix it. Let's go 1080p. Okay, it should be okay now. Okay, yeah, it's fixed now. What skates are you using? I'm using the Katana Superlight stock skates. What's the most durable mousepad? I guess like some Cordura mousepad or any artisan pad. I don't know, I've heard that Razor Strider is pretty good. I've heard some good things about the Strider myself. It's a mousepad. Lizard skins, hockey group versus bat group, which is better? To be honest, I don't really know which ones I have. So I just bought random lizard skins from Amazon. And I do like them. I don't know if they are hockey or bat grips. I guess baseball or something. But the lizard skins are for sure the best ones that I've tried. Like the BTL grips that I have here, they always like go quite bad after like 2 weeks or something, so I don't know. If I buy grips, I want them to be like good for at least like 4 months, let's say. 2 weeks it's not enough. Artisan Zero is good for CS, couple of pro players do use it. Yeah, Artisan Zero is good. I used Artisan Zero quite a lot when I started playing CS again. It's like pretty neutral, it's not super slow, not fast by any means. Holy fucking shit. Sometimes it's really hard to make adjustments with the mouse. But of course, I haven't really used it that much. Which software do you prefer for artisan pads? For the Zero I like the Xsoft. For the... actually it's Xsoft for pretty much all of them that I've tried. What? Ah. I'm curious, do you recall actively dealing with performance anxiety when you were active in Call of Duty? At some point I did. But I had like a large ego and quite a lot of self-confidence, so... But, so I had this thing happen to me back then actually, so I was using like a certain specific mouse that's Microsoft's mouse that was used by many players back then, but... So it was like basically discontinued and my mouse broke and I had to try and find... I was basically trying to find a replacement for the mouse which was done. I should have just started getting used to some other mouse. And I never really found a replacement, so then I felt like anxiety, performance anxiety, and I was struggling quite a lot with my in-game performance. I was still like, I would say like, for sure like top 20 player in the world, but before I was like top 3 player with ease in the world, so yeah, I dropped quite a lot. And mainly because I was switching mice like every tournament, because I didn't find the replacement, which was like the completely wrong thing to do. Like now it's easy, like if you break your G Pro wireless or Superlight, you just get a new one, but you know, when a shape discontinues, it's a little bit hard. Like let's say you played with a Final Mouse Ultralight 2 and it broke, and the next CS tournament that you are attending is in a week. It's gonna be hard for you to get a new Ultralight 2. Why do I have better on my QCK than my Zero? So it's possibly because of the lack of friction. So the Zero is not like a super like standard control pad, I would say. I don't like think it's weird at all that you aim better with the QCK. The main issue with the QCK is that the durability is not the greatest. What the fuck, like my vertical adjustments are really off. Yeah, exactly, Axel, that was the mouse that I used, so the Intel mouse 1.1. And the Katana Superlight that I'm using now is actually the same shape. But I think like time has like I think the shape isn't that great anymore. It was my favorite, and mainly because it's so flexible. So I'll try and explain it to you in a bit. Let's do it now. So my thoughts are that like when you are comfortable with a mouse like this, for example, so this is like super rounded. The angles like on the sides and stuff, they are not, these are not like super aggressive curves. So basically you can like, and yeah, so it's shaped like it's thinner from the top as it is from the bottom. So the sides are sort of aligned this way, not this way like standard. So if the sides are aligned this way, you're basically like holding your pinky, ring finger and thumb in the same place, and it's hard for you to move them because the the sloped sides are so aggressive. But with this one, so I can like sometimes hold it like more like a relaxed claw, and in a matter of seconds I can just move my fingers like towards the back a little bit more if I, for example, need it for some situation. And the same applies for the thumb, so it's super easy to like move your thumb with this shape without like feeling like discomfort or the mouse feeling weird or anything like that, because it's so, the sides are what's the word, when they are sloped like this and not basically like this. So where is another mouse that I have? Well, for example, the GameSense MVP. So with this one, the sides are shaped like that, so it's easier to lift the mouse. That's basically why the sides are mostly made that way. So the issue with the katana and some of the mice that were made with this shape is that if the coding is bad, it's impossible to lift the mouse because the shape doesn't really help you in like lifting it from the pad. Nice in-ears, by the way, seems to be trending for FPS play. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the main reason why I use these is oh, I was kicked. My Black Shark V2 Pros broke, so, or are breaking. Like there is something wrong with my headphones, and I'm too lazy to get my HD 58X. I need to test these out because these actually cost. I think I paid like 10 euros for these, and these are actually really good for gaming. Oh. Why do you think it's hard to get used to XM1 shape? I don't think it's necessarily like, it's not a general answer. It's hard for me to get used to the XM1 shape. I don't think it's like for everybody it's not going to be the same way. For me it's mainly because the size is on the larger side for mice that I prefer. It's quite long and the hump is very wide, so those are the main things why it's hard for me to get used to the shape. But if you like larger mice, longer mice, it's not gonna be an issue for you. Ah, sorry, yeah. In-game overlay. I just don't get why you would get skates so fast. 50% of the pads on the market now feel like hard hybrid pads. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with the glass feet with that. If you mean like with glass feet, yeah, I kind of have the same opinion. I really do not recommend glass feet for like Valorant or CS, and I don't think they are necessarily even for like tracking heavy games. Like to me, it's, I don't know. It's a little bit weird why. I need to try the little gaming gear glass feet though, because people say that those like have more control than the super glides. But it's a little bit weird, like why you want to invest like 20 euros on mouse gates when you can just get a faster mouse pad. Like the Endgame Gear MPC 450 cost what it cost, like 20 euros. So I don't know. And when you go with glass feet, like there is no going back, of course. So you have to get those will feel like fast on every sort of mouse pad. So yeah. I'm playing 1440p, yeah. What is your MM rank? Face it Elo. I don't play MM. My Face it is at the moment only level 8, but my eSportal rank is basically the same as Face it 10. Face it level 10 is, and eSportal is basically Face it for Scandinavian people. The QKC VK4, the updated and the new ones are yeah, I heard that's way as well, so the new ones are not like good. So I think the Tin Hi-Fi T2s are like the number one like budget IEM for gaming and stuff. Are you interested in trying the sound quality game on 2K? I have one before. Not really. So it's not my grip style, and I'm not really that interested. But thank you for the offer, dude. I appreciate it a lot. How are you finding it? Do you like it? TigerArc 3 and Burst Pro are like slightly smaller XM1. Yeah, kind of true, yeah. I prefer the Burst Pro is like the one reason why I like the Burst Pro over the XM1 is because of the sides are flat. It's sort of a little bit easier for me to grip it the way I would want to grip the XM1. Because glass feet are nice if you want higher dodge level speed and use them to control by like GSR while they won't wear out. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but the mousepad will still wear out. But I don't know how it will feel like mousepad wearing out on the glass feet. Like, how is the experience like if you use them on a worn out GSR SE, for example? But we feet don't wear out fast on GSR. Yeah, that's true. I guess the main interesting aspect is like how do glass feet feel on worn out mouse pads, like a bad GSR or GSR SE. Holy shit, like one taps are not really on point. Sprays are not on point. I lowered the game volume, is it still too loud? Should be better now at least. Any preference on MVP versus Katana actually? Let's block in the Katana. I haven't tried the MVP yet. You think artisan pads are overrated? Yeah, I think in a sense they are overrated. They are really good pads, but I do think they are overrated in a sense, for sure. Super high quality pads, but you don't necessarily need to spend that much on a mouse pad. What the fuck? Okay, now I got the GameSense MVP plugged in. It feels quite cheap. And I was never a fan of the WMO, so I don't know how I like this one. This is the GameSense MVP or the WMO shape is kind of like has some similarities with the XM1, the Burst Pro, and let's say Model Low a little bit as well. Yo, Flord, how are you doing, dude? Nice to see you here. Lizard Green's bad grip is more tacky. Initial stick at my lowest grippy fans, while the low grip is less tacky if you more dry. I think I have hockey ones then. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure, Vitra. But I think I would have hockey grips. There's a new Dornfinger pad and the Clayton is back in stock. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna accept any mousepads for reviews anytime soon. I really do not like care enough. Of the Hardy SA, should I get the GPX? I mean, if you like the Hardy SAs, I don't know. Maybe you just stick with the Hardy SAs. GPX is like a better mouse in terms of like performance for sure, but it's an entirely different shape. You should possibly stick with the Hardy S if you like it. The Hardy S8 is not a bad mouse by any means. You try UKM pad or Wallhout pad completely? No, I haven't tried them. The whale like mentioned that he would send me the Wallhout if, and I don't need to review it, so I would just test it. But I haven't heard from him in a while, and I'm not like actively trying to get any mousepad at this moment. Holy shit. Like, I have video ideas that I'm gonna do, but I've been a little bit less active on the YouTube side because I want to get like a high rank, high level. I want to learn how to play CS again a little bit better. Like, face level 10 is not going to be enough. I want at least like 2.5k elo. I think 3k elo should be like achievable for me. With, I wouldn't say with ease, but with time it should be I should be able to easily get it. So I basically said I wouldn't want to say easily, but I still went and said it. One thing I need to do is just play a bit more, learn utility and stuff like that. Yeah, the Dornfinger like prizes are super nice, for sure. You ever try Pure Truck skates? I actually have them here, but I never tried them. I have like a couple sets here. What I heard is that they are like if you want feet that provide more control than like standard PTFE feet, pure PTFE feet, those are the ones that you want. Do you watch any channels that do CS analysis? Not really. So I'm personally in the way that I don't think it's like super. There is not much for me to learn if I watch like stuff like that, because some of these like professional players that get analyzed, like let's say Robs, the guy is basically a robot, so somebody analyzing his games won't make much difference for me, and like some in-game leader stuff or something, I don't know, it doesn't really... I think the best way for me to learn right now is just to like make my own identity the way I want to play, and I've always had that same kind of identity, but like get more used to that, and then like learn utility and just play more. Like playing more, the main thing is that once the higher level you get, the more utility will be used, so you need to be like ready for like flashes and stuff in some positions, and like what smokes come, for example. Even in low level these days, you get the chair smoke, you get the jungle smoke in Mirage, so you just need to be ready for everything, basically. But yeah, those analysis, I think what's super interesting is like watching analysis from like live stream tournaments. I think those are super interesting, but there is not much to learn, for me at least, I think. I think the main thing what everybody should do is that they need to make their own identity as a player, like make it, because you need to build it according to your own strength. Like, if your aim is like really, really good, like you notice that your aim is much better than the average player on your level, then of course what you want to do is you want to like do these sort of dumb moves, unexpected dumb moves, where you like may have more aim duels than what's like, I would say, what's optimal. It's more optimal for you to have those aim duels than it is for most people. So some people might even say that that's a dumb move, but it's not a dumb move for you, it's actually a smart move for you. Best mouse if you like the easy one. I think the easy one is the best mouse if you like the easy one. The GameSense MVP is feeling quite nice, to be honest. Thinking to get the S2C or the Rocketcon Pro Pure Air. Get the S2C. Mahomes channel, he focuses less on individual player and a lot more on utility and reactions. Ah, okay, okay. Mahomes, I need to check that out. Also, Baxi Outs is very nice ergo. Yeah, the Baxi Outs TX is definitely very nice. GameSense Meta. I wouldn't get the GameSense Meta myself. If you want an S2C clone, just get the original one. Like, everything else will feel way worse. I'm making in the DM, nice to meet you. Ah, okay, okay, Ahmad. It looks interesting, wish it was... What the fuck? Oh, I'm stuck. The UK pad is my new main, I thoroughly enjoy it. Isn't it like esports Tiger pad, or is it? I think it's an esports Tiger pad. Don't shoot me. Kovacs asked me to review their pads, but yeah, I don't really care. Like, the thing about mouse pads is that, like, once you've tried enough, it's like every mouse pad will feel the same. So, that's the wrong way to say it. So once you've tried enough mouse pads, there is always like one pad that's pretty much the same as the one you're trying now. So for example, once you've tried like, let's say 2 artisan high-end clones and you try another one, you know, you can, like, they all feel similar at some point. So it gets really boring. What do you think of the Equate Plus for CSGO? That's one pad that I haven't really used, to be fair, so can't really say too much. Equate is quite good. I like the Equate myself. The GameSense MVP feels like pretty nice, but I will say that it doesn't feel like, it feels like a cheap mouse. Like I bought a 20 euro mouse or something, or 40 euro mouse, let's say. But the shape is nice. The clicks are okay, a little cheap feeling. The cable seems okay. I'm kinda sad they didn't send me the wireless for some reason. Was it right one? Yeah, basically what you said, Ayo, I kinda agree with that, yeah. Once you've tried like a fast rough pad, fast smooth pad, a smooth control pad, a rougher control pad, at some point, you know, when you try a new mouse pad, you kind of get this idea in your head that, okay, this feels similar than the X mouse pad, and yeah, then it starts to get really boring. Really boring, real fast. Did I hear somebody? Yes, I did. Yo, new wires. They're okay. I'm not using glass feet now, but they're okay if you want like a smooth, no initial friction kind of feeling. I don't think they're that good for CS. I don't personally feel I need them for tracking heavy games. Like for me personally, I just feel like they are kind of useless. So, holy shit, it's hard for me to hit that guy. Yeah, I don't know. They are okay, but just kind of useless, I would say. Is the stream kind of jittery for anybody? Is it laggy? So I did have at least some issues streaming 1440p. But I thought I fixed those issues. Are those issues back? Let me know if it's like not smooth. And did it start lagging just now or did it lag all the time? What? He just moved. When I was clicking the mouse one button on his head. YouTube buffering sometimes, but otherwise smooth here. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I did have some issues with this 1440p res and stream, but yeah, I thought I fixed those. Yeah, I mean, so basically I'm playing with that resolution, but I don't stream on that resolution, so when I did, it was lagging like hell. So basically only thing I did, I disabled that resolution. Like I rescale it to 1080p. Yeah, Ayo, that makes sense, that makes sense. I can't really say, I just tuned in a while ago. Ah, okay, okay. Let's see if I tried the 1080p for a second or two. I hate playing with the 1080p res, but let's see. So let me know if it's the same or is it smoother now. Holy shit, it's really blurry looking when I use a 1080p res on 27-inch monitor. So you like the katana more than the GPX? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say. I've used the katana for about 2 hours now, and at the moment I'm using the GameSense MVP. This is way smoother. I think it looks the same. It's smoother, I think. So it's not a clear difference, it seems. Like I never understood 1440p hype. Is it really that visible? It's visible, but I don't think it's like necessary. Like the main reason why I want a 27-inch 1440p monitor was for productivity and like that kind of stuff. I didn't expect to like gain anything in terms of like gaming, but the 1440p is a little bit like the visibility is a little bit better than with 1080p for 25-inch. So yeah, I think it's better than 25-inch and 1080p. But yeah, only if you play like games like CS and Valorant where you don't really see like an FPS difference. Of course, if you play like something like Apex, I would recommend you to use like a 25-inch 1080p more, because you lose just way more FPS in that game. and like Warzone and stuff. Although 1440p is much more useful then again in those games because you gain more visibility. Like visibility is really not an issue in CS and Valorant, in my opinion at least. I've never at least had an issue like seeing enemies that much. Only like few specific areas where I've had some trouble with 1080p. Katana is not fun to lift up, need some groove which would go against the idea of modern... Yeah, I mean Katana is not that hard for me to lift because the coding is quite grippy, so it's still easy for me to lift. Then it looks blurry now. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to 1440p and focus on how smooth it is. Is it like choppy or jittery now again? Have you gotten a whale pad? He told me he will send it to me, but I haven't like talked to him in a while, so. Do you prefer the S2, S12 or S12 Phantom? I prefer the small one that I have, the original one, but the Phantom is overall feels much better than the original one for me. So like Starlight 12 Phantom small would be the number one for me. So is the stream jittery again, or how does it look? Some jitters. It's jittery again. Okay, fuck's sake. Let's try something in a second or two. So I will change my stream settings and start the stream again, and let's see if it jitters. Fuck's sake. I thought I fixed these issues already. Yeah, it's not YouTube, so that happens even on like when I record videos. But so what the fuck is the setting that does that? Because I did fix it at some point, but yeah, it's definitely back now. Let me see. I'll end the stream and start it again, so I'll be off for like 2 seconds or something. Okay, I'm back. You're just exceeding either what your encoder can handle rescaling or you're plain exceeding bitrate. Yeah, I'm using NVENC, so I'm using NVENC and I have the 1440p resolution in game, and then I have it. The output is rescaled to 1080p. It does still jitter, I think. What the fuck is going on? I'll try one more. Does it? I think it's smoother now. Holy shit. I think it might be fixed now. Holy fuck. I'm using X264 instead of NVENC. I think it's because my CPU is like really good, but my graphics card is 2070 Super only. Seems fine now. Are you using NVENC? Yeah, I was using NVENC, but... Oh, actually I already answered that. It looks at least better from the small YouTube window that I'm looking at from. Yeah, it looks as if it doesn't lag at least. Or jitter. I feel crazy on this opinion, but I feel like Starlights are a smaller FK2-esque shape. Never heard anyone else make the comparison. It kinda, yeah, it does make sense. They are like, to be fair, like a lot of, most like low profile mice are FK2-esque. Or FK-esque. Like the FK shape did start like the whole low profile idea. Like the movement, let's say. Yo, Sonda, how you doing, dude? Yeah, it looks much better from the small YouTube window that I'm looking. But I don't know how it actually looks. So let me know if it's still jittery. My aim is at least jittery as fuck. Notes today from your recommendation already replaced my Superlight. Great, let's give it up. Thank you, dude. Yeah, the LCD X is a really, really good mouse, for sure. Especially if you play like slower paced games like CS or Valorant or something. It's good for even faster paced games though, but... For me, it's always takes some time to get used to in a faster paced game. Any new products you're excited for? What? The Fnatic Bolt, I'm pretty excited for that one. But not like super excited, but pretty excited, I would say. What the fuck? Other than that, not really too many. You had Blackstar Feature Pro, are those any good? Yeah, those are really good, but mine are breaking in like a weird way, so the gain is like different on like each headphone, so like the sounds from the left are at different volume than on the right, and it changes like randomly. So even if I like tweak it from Windows, that left speaker would be louder than the right. Sometimes it will go like they are the same volume and stuff, so I don't know, I think I broke them, I've dropped them so many times from my desk. Ever had Zowie central issues on Control Pass like or Control Plus? Not with the newer Zowies, Zowies at least. Holy shit, that was bad. Wonder how the glass gates work on smooth control pads like how PA and the LGG's Jupiter. I will try at some point. But I suspect, like any control pad, they wouldn't feel too good. Like, it's just too fast, the feeling. I think. At least from in the X-Lite wireless that I tried that had super glides here. But not sure if I tried the Habu pad or the Jupiter. Most likely I didn't try Jupiter at least. If you get U-shape coded, yeah it is, it is. No, 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 no. Nice spray control. What? I thought that was a for sure a headshot. Oh shit. Oh, it's getting late. I'm gonna end the stream in a bit. Actually, maybe like a couple more kills. Holy shit, I again thought I killed him already. Holy shit. Can't really one-tap anybody. Oh shit. I think it's about time, boys, so let me... It's about time for me to call it quits. Let me do one thing. Keep up the good work, appreciate the reviews. Thank you, dude. Yeah. So I changed my schedule a little bit, so I will be doing only one video per week, I think, for the... I don't know, for a while at least. I just, yeah, a little more time for playing CS and a little less time on editing videos and stuff. You have very nice reviews. I bought the SGC because of you. Very nice mouse. Yeah, thank you, dude. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, guys, enjoy your weekends. Enjoy the rest of your day or the night, whatever the time it is where you're at. I might stream tomorrow again, or I'm playing CS. Let's see. But yeah, enjoy your weekends, guys, and have a good one.